the schedule right now. So what I've done is I have a grid. So we're going to go over each one. I'm going to tell you what my predictions are. Then I want to know what you guys think, and I want to get your predictions here first. Let's go to the first week, and that's going to be in SoFi Stadium. Like I said in my post, I was hoping for the Rams. We are in SoFi Stadium, but it is going to be against the Chargers. And I've got this one as a win. I think it's going to be a tough game. Not to say it's going to be easy. I think we need this game. We need a good start. And I think we have the pieces in place now. I think this team is stronger than it was last year, to be honest with you. And I can't wait for this game. It's kind of amazing that this isn't a primetime game, considering that this was a play-in game last year in the regular season finale. Our first home game, and it's going to be against the Arizona/Phoenix Cardinals. They're a tough team, a tough defense. We did poach Chandler Jones from them, so that's good for us. And I've got this one as a win as well. I'm not so sure what's going on with Kyler Murray and that team. Not really extending him. I don't think they know what's going on. I think we can kind of catch them. And plus, it's basically our first home game, our homecoming game, and we want to look good there. So let's go. We're going to go 2-0. In my opinion, this is my prediction. So week 3, we're going to be at the Tennessee Titans, last year's #1 seed. I'm going to put this one as a loss, guys, and here's why. We're up 2-0. Those first 2 games are not going to be easy. We win those 2. We get to this one, we're going to have to travel to the east. And this team generally doesn't do well, regardless of the regime. Plus, it's going to be humid there in Tennessee in late September. We might start tiring out there. I think King Henry could kind of take over the game. I don't think we're going to get blown out, but we probably will lose this game. So week 4, Denver Broncos. Of course, this one's going to be a win. I'm not worried about this one. I'm not worried about Russell Wilson. It's definitely an upgrade from Drew Lock. I'm more worried about the running game. They got Melvin Gordon back on a 1-year deal. They can keep Javonte Williams fresh. But overall, I think the pass rush can stifle these guys. And frankly, I think our offense, I don't think they're really going to be able to stop this offense. We're going to have more of a balanced attack now. You're going to see this with more running, and that's going to open things up. You got Devontae Adams still there. So I got that as a win. I got us going 3-1 so far. So our next game at the Chiefs, Monday Night Football. This one's going to be a tough one, and I've got this one as a loss. They're going to be stoked. They're probably going to be 3-1 or 4-0 at this point, and they're definitely not going to want to lose this game. This is a must-win game, more so for the Chiefs than us, because if they lose this game, we're going to take the lead and the tiebreaker, and it's at home, and it's in prime time. I'm not saying we're going to get blown out, but this one's going to be a tough task. So let's go to week 7, and we're going to be back at home against the Houston Texans. Now, I usually give this as a trap game after the week after the bye, but we are not traveling. We're going to be at home. So I'm going to put this one as a W here. So that's going to put us at 4-2. Like I said, normally last couple years we've went off the bye, went away, went to the East Coast, and like the Giants, I predicted that one was a loss, even though to me they were an inferior team. They did beat us, and that was from Patrick Graham's defense. So let's go week 8 at the Saints. I got this one as a win. I know Jameis Winston's there. The Saints aren't no slouch team, but I think we can go down there Halloween weekend and take a win. We can be just as crazy as their fans as well. I think we're going to show up well. Week 9, we're going to be at Jacksonville. Now, I talked about this before last week, where I was hoping we did not play the Jags early in the season in September. And I kind of got my wish, which was good, because this is later on. This is November, so it should not be quite as humid. But here's my problem with this. We're going to be 2 games on the road. Basically, I would say East Coast with New Orleans, but a second game on the road. This could be the trap game here that wasn't. I got to give them at least one game where we should have won and we screwed it up. That happens every season. Last year, again, it was with the Giants. I think this year it's going to be with Jacksonville. Week 10, we're going to play the Colts. Welcome back Gus Bradley by scoring over 40 points on his defense. He's not going to blitz. I'm not worried about it. He's not going to be able to stop our team. I know they got Matt Ryan. There's going to be a little bit more there than Carson Wentz as far as the offensive side. We just got to focus on Jonathan Taylor and stopping him. I think we could win that one by about 8 or 10 points, to be honest with you. Week 11 at Denver. It's going to be a snow game. It's going to be a tough game, but I think we're going to sweep these guys again, honestly. Now, this one could probably go either way. It would be very interesting to see where Denver is at this point in the season. If they're out of it, we could win this going away. If they're fighting for their lives, this is going to be a tough battle. It always is with them. They're division rivals, but I think we're going to come out on top just like we did last year. Week 12, we're going to be going to Seattle, and I put this as an L. Now, this is another one people can say, why are you giving this an L? You know, you rag on Drew Lock so much. I'm seeing this again, another road team. I think this is going to be a tough game. I think we're going to get the W, but it's not going to be without a cost, and I think it's going to help us soften us up to go to Seattle and lose there. Again, I don't think we're going to get blown out, and who knows, maybe Drew Lock won't be the quarterback then. They still have a strong running game. Week 13, we got the Chargers again, and I have us losing. I can't see the Chargers getting swept here. They can't get swept. I mean, you could probably swap these two out if you wanted to, but I don't see us sweeping this team. They're just too good. It's going to be a close game, but I think they're going to enact some revenge on where they were last year at our house, where we knocked them out of the playoffs. Week 14 at the Rams. 4 days later, this is kind of a bold prediction if you think about this. 4 days later, coming off of 2 losses in a row, I think at this point, we have to kick it into gear. This is kind of a do or die game for us. Thursday night football, short week. But again, it's going to be at least a 50-50 crowd there with our fans there in SoFi Stadium. I'm going to say this one's a win here. Week 15, Patriots, Sunday night football. This is 10 days later. And I think Josh McDaniels is going to get the better of this team. And frankly, I don't think the Patriots are as good as they were. I think we're going to have 2 strong wins here. Then we're going to get to the Steelers. And what do you guys think I'm going to do here? I think this could very well be a loss. This is the day after Christmas. We could have a kind of a little swoon. We beat the Patriots. This is going to be circled. This is a very important game, of course, for our new regime. We beat them. Then we have the Christmas holiday. Then we got to go on the road against Pittsburgh. I know they have Mitchell Trubisky, but they have a good running game. They have a great defense. And like I said, I don't think we're going to get blown out, but this one could very well be a W for us. That puts us right now at 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 and 6 right now. Definitely in the hunt for a playoff spot. Still, I would say we're still in the hunt with the Chiefs. And then we get the 49ers. We're going to host these guys on New Year's Day, a New Year's celebration. I'm thinking this is going to be a tough team, of course. I think Trey Lance, I'm not so impressed with him. I don't know the situation with Garoppolo. Even if he stays, they're going to have Trey Lance in this game. I would say by now, this is near the end of the season. I'm thinking the Niners are going to be coming here, going to want to party on New Year's, going to have a nice little hangover, and walk away with a loss. And then our finale, Week 18 against the Chiefs. This could very well have divisional implications, definitely have playoff implications. They said the January 7th or 8th. They haven't decided yet. It's a kind of to be determined like we did before. And I'm going to give us a win here. We're going to need this one. I think we're going to have a little swoon. I think we're going to have a tough road to hoe right here in the beginning, have a little swoon in the midseason, and then come out and win 4 of our last 5 games, end up 11-6, at least be in the playoffs, possibly in the divisional hunt. Again, this is going to be one of the toughest schedules we have, especially everybody in our division's gotten a little bit better, and we're playing against the NFC West. So I want to know what you guys have to say. I'm going to be looking at
when you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.